Hi folks, this is all the fruit and I'm in the giant fruit tree collection of Saba Agricultural Park in Tenom. And here they have a giant Ambarella tree. And next to it, quite a small Ambarella tree. Ambarella or Spondias is a very popular fruit in the tropics. Those I guess will not be very well ripened, but let's still put them with the other ones I collected. Well, you find Ambarella on the markets. Usually they are green. They pick them green, they sell them green. They consume them mostly green. But if they ripen during the process, you can still eat them. So there is this giant tree where the label says Spondias sutera or kedondong, from the South Pacific in the family Anacardiaceae, the same family as mango or poison ivy. And here, the small tree, which has lost all its leaves, Spondias sp, dwarf kedondong. So they are like deciduous to semi-deciduous. Losing those leaves doesn't mean that the tree is dying. I've seen a lot, especially of those small trees, losing their leaves. It's quite unusual for the tropics for a tree to lose its leaves, but I hope that most of those trees without their leaves will recover. Yeah, but what species is this? I've been seeing this small tree a lot. A lot of people prefer to plant it instead of the big one. They get fruit quite early. The tree is not too big. You can harvest them easily. Basically, you take a stick and beat them down in the green state and can bring them to the market or use them yourself. While harvesting anything like this, you have to wait for them to fall. And then they're usually ripe and maybe rotting and eaten by the animals. So yeah, those dwarf trees are quite popular, but I'm still not exactly sure what species they are. And obviously this botanic garden is also not sure and cautious enough to write Spondias sp. So let's try them. Here, okay, let's separate them. Those are all the fruit from the big tree. They're also pretty big. Those are fruit from the small tree. They can be bigger in this, in those smaller trees. But let's try them. First, let's try the fruit from the small tree. Green, but already a little bit ripening. Crunchy. Mostly sour, a bit of sweetness, a bit of astringency. Not much more to say. Except that the further you get inside, away from the skin, it gets better. But then you get inside some more, and you are stuck on those incredibly hard and coarse fibers, which actually are so hard that in the lower part they are more like spines. Well, in this small tree where I'm not sure about the species and where the garden is also not sure about the species, all fruit are unripe. Now let's try the bigger tree. First, the unripe fruit which fell down with a branch, so probably the taste will not be the best. More crunchy and a bit more sour. I will not eat all the way to the seed. Here you can see already some of those incredibly hard fibers coming out. Let's see this one. This has ripened a little bit, probably because it got wounded. A little bit soft, juicy, but still sour. And that typical Ambarella taste is developing. This one, even more ripe. Same. Sour, juicy with some Ambarella taste. This one here is quite ripe. Well, I like this more. I would say well balanced between sweetness and sourness. Very juicy. Ambarella taste is not to everybody's taste, but for me it's okay. Not bad. Let's see if we can find a really ripe one. Okay. Yeah, but when they are really ripe, they get really popular with the insects. Okay, this is at least not been eaten on one side. Very sweet, almost no sourness, very juicy. And yeah, of course, the Ambarella taste is still there. So I like the last two ones best, but most people here will prefer the green ones because it's a matter of taste and also because they are easier to handle. So folks, what do you think? What are those little Ambarella trees grown throughout the tropics? What species is this? Help me and help the Botanic Garden or the Saba Agricultural Park of Tenom to determine the species of this little Ambarella tree. Apart from that, stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the incredibly beautiful Saba Agricultural Park in Tenom. And don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.